Hey friends, it's Simon Hurley from Inklipse and welcome to another video. Sorry I've been gone for a little while here, but I'm excited to be back and I'm going to be sharing how to do multi-step stamping with my inks. But the really cool part about them is you only need one ink pad for like the 3 color layers, which is super exciting. You don't need to go out and spend a ton of money on, different shades of all one yellow. You can definitely just use one ink pad from my line and you can get all 3 shades, which is super exciting. It's a really awesome technique and kind of a little bit of a life hack. Okay, so for this I'm going to be using some Altenew stamp sets. Now this is the vintage flower stamp set, and I've actually had this set since I first started. It was actually my first Altenew set, so it's really awesome. It's got a special place in my heart and I still love it to this day. So we're going to be using this one, but I also used the Sweet Rose Bouquet in one of my examples. This is a really fun one as well, but I really do recommend Altenew for some layering stamps. They do a phenomenal job. You can see my examples here. Here is the vintage flowers, and then here is the rose bouquet. So you can see that red there is actually all just one color. And same with this. All of those lighter colors in there are actually just from the one ink pad. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the vintage flowers stamp set for today's video. So for normal stamp layering, all you need to do is you start off with the darkest, most solid layer, and this is going to be your lightest layer when you're stamping. And then for my stamping, I have a piece of my stark white cardstock here. This is in card base size, and then I also have just a piece of scrap cardstock. And this is not the good stuff. I just am going to use this to stamp off for my project. So I'm going to start out with triple berry here, and we're just going to ink up my stamp. I want to make sure there's lots of ink on there. And I had just re-inked this ink pad as well. So what I'm going to do is stamp it off onto the scratch paper. I'm going to stamp it once. Okay, so you can see there. I'm going to stamp it twice. And then I can stamp it the third time on my actual cardstock. So that's right onto my card base, and you can see that's a nice light layer of ink. You can see kind of that progression. So it's darkest, medium, and then the lightest color you can get. So then I'll go in and I'm going to grab the second layer and put it right onto my acrylic block. And then I'll go in with the triple berry ink again. We'll ink up my stamp. And then all you need to do is stamp off once. We're not going to stamp off that second time because we want this to be that medium tone. So we're just going to stamp it right onto our project. And there you go, we have the second layer all done. So again, I'm just going to grab the third layer then. This has the most detail in it. I'm going to go in with triple berry once again. And then I can stamp that right down onto my project there. And you can see that 3 layers of ink that we got there when we're stamping. And the cool part too is you don't have to worry about them matching because it's all the same tone. It's all from that same ink pad, so it's going to look really good when you're layering. You can see here I actually have a little bit of a fingerprint, and if you do get that, you can go in with your Tombow Mono Sand Eraser. I'm just gently going over top of that surface, and it just kind of removes just a little bit of that paper, kind of scratches the surface just a little bit, but it removes that little inky fingerprint, and then we're ready to continue. So for my second rose, I'm going to be using the Bee Sting ink pad, and with this, I do recommend using some of the darker colors. If you choose a super light one, it's not going to work too well because then your image is going to be super light when you get down to that third stamped image. So once again, I'm going to stamp once, twice, and then I'll bring it onto my card and I'll stamp the third time. And that third image is going to be pretty darn light, so you're not going to see it a ton on your card, but it's going to be there and it's going to be that first layer of your flower. So then I'll go into the medium layer with kind of a little bit more detail than that solid layer. I'll go in and ink this up again. I'll stamp it down once, and then I'll stamp a second time on my sheet here, just make sure that's nice and lined up. And there we go, we've got that second layer stamped down. Here is the third layer. So this one is super simple, no stamping off this time. I just have to line it up and stamp it right down so you get that nice darker detail with that full strength of the image. Then we want to add a little bit of leaves to our florals, so I'm going in with my LATOR GATOR ink. Again, kind of the darker color. I did do it with Overzealous as well. I'll show you the example right here. You can kind of see that Overzealous is super light, but it still does give good results. So even though it is that brighter, kind of lighter color, you still can get some really good results with this layered stamping. So once, and I think, yep, these have 3 layers, so I'm going to do twice, and then I'll stamp it right down onto my project here. I just find a little area where that fits in. You could totally mask it off, but I'm a little bit of a lazy stamper, and I just kind of find a little area where I think it would look good, and then stamp it down. We had a little accident there. It didn't stamp fully. If that ever happens to you, just kind of line up your stamp there and then press down, and you'll kind of finish off that image. You don't even really need to get the hang of it. It's pretty darn simple to do. And of course, this is my scrap piece of cardstock. I'm not using anything great quality over there, but if you want to, you can totally use these solid images on another card and kind of stamp it to look like an actual card, because I still think these flowers look really cool. I'm just kind of using it as a scrap piece though. It makes it go by a little bit faster for me, but this is kind of a cool way to make 2 cards at once if you want to use those solid images for anything else. That kind of is a great way to kind of maybe mass produce the cards as well. So stamping down the 3rd darkest layer there, and there we go, we have our leaves stamped down. Now this proves to be how lazy of a stamper I am. For this one, instead of doing any masking or anything like that, it has kind of a longer stem. I just ink up just a little section of it, leaving this kind of stem part not inked, and that is so that I can just stamp that off to the side and not have to
Guys, I totally just did that.
Instead of stamping it off, I stamped it right onto my cardstock, so now I have the full overzealous color on there. But I did want to share as well that if you do go over top of the ink several times, you can get a darker color, even though this is the solid color. So I'm just going to show you here. Since there are those translucent inks, it's just going to build up more and more color. So if I stamp over that twice, you can see now we have a darker color, well, a darker version of that overzealous. So you could even do more than just 3 layers. If there's 4 layers, you can just add a darker layer on top. And you can see, you might want to go in with your Misty, but I'm just kind of lining it up, kind of eyeballing it. And you can see that nice darker color on there. So it might not go along with the card, but that's how you kind of fix a little mistake like that. Now, one of my favorite things about this set is just kind of filling it in with some of the littler flowers that are in the set. So I'm going in with Slippery When Wet and one of these little tiny flowers, and I'm just going to fill in some space with it. And the cool part is you don't always have to stamp off if you don't want to. I love this kind of generational stamping look on my cards, and so I'm just going to kind of stamp these 3 all along the card, and it just kind of fills in the background a little bit more, adds a little detail. You can stamp 2 there, 1 here, and it's just a fun way to add a little bit more to your card. There's also this little tiny dot in the set as well, and I'm going in with Rosy Cheeks, and I'm just going to do the centers of the flowers like that. So again, the multi-generational stamping, and I'm just filling in the centers. So these little tiny images are so much fun, and they are so easy to do. So I absolutely love how this turned out. It's such a fun way to use just one of the ink pad to get all 3 of those layers, which is just stunning. And again, like I said, you can even make it just a little bit darker if you do have the 4 layers by stamping it over top of the actual color. It just kind of builds and layers really nicely. So that's one of the things that I absolutely love about my inks. And now here, I finish off the card with just a super simple sentiment. You can see on here, I stamped some in gray as well, that WOOF color. I added a couple more flowers in there, but you can really play around with how you want to do the generational stamping. Here, I just flipped the flower, and then you can see those lighter petals in there. So it's lots of fun. Even if you don't have a stamp layering set, this can be fun to do with just images like this. I just went in with my Bestest Friend stamp set, did the little I'm here for you sentiment in black. I also did the painted stripes background stamp in here to finish that off, and I think it turned out really nicely. Alright, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this multi-step stamping tip with just one ink pad. It really is super helpful to do, especially if you only have a few colors of inks. It really is a great way to get tons of use out of your inks and not have to purchase as many to get the really great results in the end. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to join the family and never miss another video like this one from me. And also, if you ring that little bell down there as well, you'll be sure to get all the notifications and never miss another crafty video. I cannot wait to chat with you all down below in the comments, and I'll see you all very soon for another card making and crafting video. Have a great day. Bye!